Yo, what it is, YouTube? It's your boy DC coming back with another bullseye video here today on the channel. I wanted to show a dope vocal preset for Peso Pluma. So I've actually got, I think I'm gonna be doing Gabito vocal preset. I'm gonna do maybe another Junior H. I'm definitely gonna be doing Natalia Cano, but I really like Corrido's music a lot. So all of my supporters down below, let me know what's your favorite corrido song and give me more artists that I should do. So let's get to listening to this right now. And I have a friend who did a vocal for Peso Pluma Rari.
Prendí uno de gelato, el cuerpo siempre helado, como un amor un lado, todo es mucho mejor. La ruleta girado, la suerte de mi lado, en el cuello colgando, el llante cubano.
All right, so that's what we're looking at right there in a situation like that. So let's see what it sounds like with and without. So his voice is a little bit different. It's not as as Peso Pluma's voice is a little bit softer, but I'm gonna show you guys how you still get that texture.
Ni uno de gelato, el cuerpo siempre helado, como un amor un lado, todo es mucho mejor. La ruleta girado, la suerte de mi lado, en el cuello colgando, el llante cubano.
So the thing about Mexican music, to me, it's like the corridos vocals are never like overly bright. They're kind of like warm. Usually in corridos music, I feel like it's usually like the totoloche or the guitars or the strings that are like the kind of like the brightest type of thing, and the vocal is like usually warm. It usually sits in the pocket. So I use the CLA3A, and I know that this has solid state components in a transformer, so it's kind of already giving me some warmth.
Prendí uno de gelato, el cuerpo siempre helado, como un amor un lado, todo es mucho mejor. La ruleta girado, la suerte de mi lado, en el cuello colgando.
So that transformer just makes it warm. Then I use a Shep 73, which also has a transformer in it that is warm. But then I did like a little bit of a mid-range push because Peso Pluma, he has this little this grunchy, this hot jalapeno pepper style frequency in his vocal that is just really like aggressive and spicy. So this artist that I have right here, his voice is not really like that, but we're still able to boost it in that mid-range area, that 1.6K.
El llante cubano. Prendí uno de gelato, el cuerpo siempre helado, como un amor un lado, todo es mucho mejor. La ruleta girado.
So it kind of lifts the vocal. Then I use the Kramer Tape. I like the Kramer Tape, especially the 15 IPS, because it just warms off the high end, and it really reminds me of Total Loche style, just like warmth, you know, like that same type of warmth. Like it reminds me of Bucanas, you know, like the shape of the bottle, just the way it's like really round and stuff like that. It makes like the vocal like really round and stuff.
Prendí uno de gelato, el cuerpo siempre helado, como un amor un lado, todo es mucho mejor. La ruleta girado, la suerte de mi lado, en el cuello colgando.
And you know, with Mexican music, sometimes they kind of get loud, like "Ando." They get loud. So I like having the Kramer tape kind of like as a limiter too, because the harder it pushes into the tape, the tape is gonna kind of push it backwards a little bit and just kind of like, you know, really like flatten out, get it to be smoother, you know. Then I have the de-esser.
El cuerpo siempre helado, como un amor un lado, todo es mucho mejor. La ruleta girado.
All right, so that's only doing like 1 to 4 dB. Then we have the C4. I just use the regular vocal preset, and this keeps the things in place.
Prendí uno de gelato, El cuerpo siempre helado, con un amor a un lado, todo es mucho mejor. La ruleta girado.
So for me, this preset makes the vocals more disciplined. They're not as wild. They're more structured and they're in place. And you see it's just holding it there. I use the opto and the soft because he's singing and I really just want to like pinch it and keep it in place like a thea, you know, just pinching the cheeks and like, you know, grabbing the face a little bit of the voice. And then I use the you know, the silk vocal as well. And then here, this is just to give it a little bit of cleanup, especially in the high end. Because Peso Pluma style vocal can get really like spicy, like I said in the upper mid range. Like his voice is like really grouchy, is really crumpled up like a sheet of paper. So that's why I use that.
Prendí uno de helado, el cuerpo siempre helado, con un amor a un lado, todo es mucho mejor. La ruleta girado, la suerte de mi lado, en el cuello colgando.
Cool. It just gets everything really clean, and I just notched out some resonances in the mid range, like how I said. Peso Pluma has that Grinch style vocal, that little spike. So then I use the Kramer tape for the slap, and that's just nothing. That's just like a little tape delay that you can hardly hear. Then I use the Abbey Roads plates. I like this one because it has an input echo, and I noticed that in a lot of Mexican music, there's always like that input echo. You always hear the echo inside of the reverb. Let me see right here quick.
Prendí uno de helado, el cuerpo siempre helado, con un amor a un lado, todo.
Mexican music usually has like a good amount of reverb. Well, the corridos music specifically, not so much the traditional Mexican music, but I know for sure like the corridos music definitely has a good amount of reverb. Then I use like a little doubler. Then I use the parallel compression, the smooth opto, just like to make the vocal like smooth but like still present, you know.
Es mucho mejor. La ruleta girado, la suerte de mi lado, en el cuello colgando, el llante cubano.
All right, so that's what we kind of have right there too. So yeah, after that, let me see. Then I had like the Peso Pluma vocals. His vocals are definitely doubled.
Prendí uno de helado, el cuerpo siempre helado, con un amor a un lado, todo es mucho.
So yeah, Peso Pluma, he sounds like he's doing a double a lot of times. So I use a shelf to make sure that these vocals, the background vocals, sit a little bit lower, the harmonies, and I just did like a basic shelf, so I didn't rip off all the high end. That would make it sound like a radio effect. It would sound weird, but just like using that shelf just kind of helps it just sit back a little bit more in the mix, and I cut off like that little grinchy frequency for Peso Pluma and rolled off the rest of the low end to push it back. Then I used the limiter with the LA3A. Yep, and that limiter keeps it in place.
El cuerpo siempre helado, con un amor a un lado, todo es mucho mejor. La ruleta girado, la suerte de mi lado, en el cuello colgando, el llante cubano.
All right, and then I use a silk vocal that just gets rid of like any bad frequencies. I just want to isolate mid-range for the backgrounds, and then we used like Abbey Roads plate. Okay, I just threw it directly on it just because I know, like, especially with the hook on Rari, like when the hook actually comes in or whatever, like you start to feel even more reverb. So that's why I just used this Abbey Roads plate a little bit with no pre-delay. Okay. And this Kramer tape right here that just kind of like make it feel like glued and stuff, you know?
El cuerpo siempre helado, con un amor a un lado, todo es mucho mejor. La ruleta girado, cubano.
En la Cadillac o en el Ferrari, rari, todas las noches ando de party.
Rari, rari, rari. Like when he starts doing that, there's definitely like a double thing with even more reverb behind it. It's kind of like reinforcing the hook. Da-dee-da-dee-da-dee is reinforcing that melody. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing this video here today. Like I said, you know me, I grew up with a lot of Mexicans. So I listened to a lot of Mexican music growing up, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing more templates. You're gonna see Natanel Cano coming up pretty soon, probably in the next couple days. I'm gonna do Junior H. I'm gonna maybe do another one for maybe do Tito Double P. I need to do a preset of that. That's going to happen, guaranteed. Okay, okay, that's the main one that I forgot that I definitely got to do because I love his music. I love his music. Okay, so if y'all like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Let me know your favorite corrido song. Want to support the channel? Grab the preset. Appreciate y'all now, YouTube gang, and don't forget to join the channel membership so you can get access to exclusive courses. You get access to exclusive presets, stuff that I'm working on, and just to stay, help out the channel. Appreciate y'all now. Peace.